There's a fine line between looking sharp and looking confused, and nothing tests that line like pairing dress shoes with jeans. You've seen it before. A guy throws on his best shoes with his favorite denim, and something feels off. Maybe the jeans are too baggy, maybe the shoes are too formal, or maybe it's the whole outfit that doesn't quite land. Truth is, this combo is one of the hardest looks to pull off well. But when you get it right, it's effortless, mature, sharp. Like you've got somewhere to be, even if you don't. This video is about making that look work for you. No more awkward pairings, no more mismatched layers, just real advice on how to pair denim and dress shoes the right way, like a true gentleman. Let's get into it. Chapter 1. The Black Oxford Trap. There's a certain kind of man who thinks black Oxfords go with everything. He's usually the same guy who buys one pair of shoes and wears them to weddings, job interviews, and Saturday dinners, no matter what he's wearing up top. But here's the truth. Black Oxfords are some of the most formal shoes a man can own. They were made for suits, tuxedos even. The clean toe, the closed lacing, the sleek leather, they're built for business or black tie. So when you throw them on with denim, it creates this visual disconnect that's hard to ignore, like wearing a blazer to mow the lawn. It might fit, but it doesn't make sense. And for guys over 40, that mismatch doesn't just look off, it can make the whole outfit feel like you're chasing something, like you're dressing up without knowing why. And that's the opposite of what a gentleman should project. Here's the smarter play. Classic leather brogues. The perforations and texture naturally dress the shoe down just enough. You're still polished, still intentional, but it doesn't feel forced. A pair of brown brogues, especially in a walnut or dark chocolate tone, adds warmth to dark denim. It breaks the black and blue clash that so many men fall into. And the shape of a good brogue complements a mature man's style without calling attention to itself. Think Edmonds Strand if you want the gold standard, or Clark's brogues for a solid everyday option. It's not about being flashy, it's about getting the blend right. Classic, clean, and confidently casual. Chapter 2. The Skinny Jean Mistake. Now let's flip the mistake from the last chapter. Because if baggy jeans make you look sloppy, skinny jeans, and especially on men over 40, can push things too far in the other direction. Here's the issue. Skinny jeans exaggerate proportions. They tighten up your legs and make your dress shoes look huge by comparison. This might work if you're 22, built like a stick and trying to look edgy. But if you've got broader thighs, athletic calves, or even just average build, those proportions start to fight each other. The jeans look sprayed on, and the shoes start to feel like clown feet. It's not flattering, it's not comfortable, and it's definitely not mature. Instead, go with straight-cut dark jeans. A straight cut doesn't cling or flare. It just follows the natural line of your leg. That subtle structure makes a big difference. It balances out your frame, lets the shoe breathe visually, and keeps the outfit grounded. It's the kind of denim that says you know how to dress without looking like you're trying. Something like Bonobo's travel jeans or UNIQLO's Selvedge line will give you that balance between structure and comfort. No excessive stretch, no painted-on look, just well-made jeans that let the shoes do their job. The goal here isn't to impress anyone. It's to look like the man you are, sharp, self-aware, and completely at ease in his own style. Chapter 3. The Baggy Jean Disaster. If there's one thing that ruins the elegance of dress shoes faster than anything else, it's baggy jeans. And I'm not just talking about the oversized early 2000s style. Even a slightly loose or bootcut pair can throw off your proportions entirely. Here's what happens. You've got this sleek, refined shoe, clean leather, sharp lines, and then a puddle of denim swallowing it whole. No ankle, no break. Just fabric bunching like a collapsed tent over the top of something that should be front and center. It looks lazy, sloppy, and worst of all, unintentional. Men over 40 don't get the luxury of winging it with fit anymore. At this stage, every piece you wear either elevates your look or drags it down. The fix? Slim fit or straight leg dark wash jeans. Not skinny, not spray on. Just jeans that actually follow the line of your leg. A good slim fit tapers slightly without suffocating, and that clean line works in harmony with the structure of a proper dress shoe. It frames the shoe instead of hiding it. And when you're going for that smart casual balance, that silhouette is everything. Dark wash denim also adds a layer of sophistication. It reads more polished, more put together, and when it's cut right, it can take you from dinner to drinks without a second thought. Try Levi's 511 Slim Fit or AG's Graduate if you want something with a little more stretch. Either way, ditch the bagginess. And if you're wondering where to find these specific pieces that I trust, I've linked both of them in the description, the ones I actually wear and recommend. Because you're not trying to relive your 20s. You're showing up like a man who knows exactly what works on him. Chapter 4. The Length Catastrophe. You can have the perfect pair of jeans, the right wash, the right fit, the right shoe. But if the length is off, game over. Jeans that are too long don't just look bad, they bury your shoes, bunch around your ankles, and create that dreaded denim stack that no dress shoe deserves. Over time, they start to fray at the hem, drag on the pavement, and make even the sharpest outfit look lazy. And if you're over 40, details like that don't go unnoticed. They read as careless. The solution: get your jeans properly tailored. This is one of the most overlooked style moves and ironically one of the cheapest. A simple hem can change everything, giving your jeans a clean break right at the top of the shoe, letting just enough of the footwear show to make it part of the outfit instead of hiding it underneath. Bonobos offers custom hemming when you buy, so does UNIQLO's alteration service. But even your local tailor can get the job done for $20 or less. Just bring in the shoes you plan to wear with them. That way the break is intentional, not a guess. And if you want a little extra flair, go for a subtle cuff. Nothing wide or flashy, just a single neat roll that frames the shoe and adds a touch of personality without being loud about it. It's a small change, but small changes are what separate a guy who just gets dressed from a man who knows how to dress. Chapter 5. The Stone-Washed Throwback. There's something nostalgic about stone-washed jeans. You probably wore them in the 90s, maybe with a tucked-in polo and a braided leather belt. And back then, it worked. But today, pairing heavily faded or distressed jeans with dress shoes doesn't come off as vintage. It just looks confused. You've got polished leather below the ankle and worn-out denim above it. The clash is too loud. It breaks the outfit's rhythm, and worst of all, it sends mixed signals about how you're trying to show up. Here's the fix: raw denim or a clean, dark wash. Raw denim has structure, it's crisp, it shapes to your body over time. And more importantly, it creates a cleaner line that lets your shoes and your overall silhouette speak without visual noise. The absence of fake distressing, whiskers, or artificial fading makes it look intentional, even elevated. If raw denim feels too stiff for your day-to-day, opt for a dark wash that's free of embellishments. No tears, no acid wash, no faux vintage character. Just clean, classic jeans that let the rest of your outfit breathe. Levi's Premium 501 Original is a good place to start if you want a heritage feel. For something a bit more refined, look at 7 for All Mankind, especially their clean, dark rinse options. You don't need jeans that try too hard, just ones that respect the rest of your outfit. Because a gentleman's wardrobe isn't about nostalgia, it's about knowing what still looks good now. Chapter 6. The Closed Lacing Formality Error. Most guys think a dress shoe is just a dress shoe. Leather is leather, right? But if you've ever looked at two nearly identical pairs and wondered why one feels too formal for jeans, it's probably the lacing. Closed lace shoes like Oxfords are built for formal wear. The quarters, that's the part where the laces are sewn under the vamp, giving the shoe a sleeker, tighter look. Great for a suit, not great for casual outfits. And when you try to force that structure into a relaxed setting like jeans, it feels stiff, restrained, like the shoes showed up to the wrong party. So instead, let's talk open lacing. Bluchers or derbies, depending on who you ask, have the opposite construction. The laces sit on top of the vamp, creating a slightly wider profile and a more relaxed appearance. That subtle difference makes a big impact. It softens the look, adds breathing room, and most importantly, it aligns with the vibe of jeans. Think of it like tone of voice in a conversation. Oxfords are formal and crisp. Derbies are still articulate, but a little more laid back. Try something like the Cole Haan Grand if you want comfort and style in one. Or the Clarks Desert London. Sleek but casual enough to pair naturally with denim. The right lacing style won't just look better, it'll feel better. Like your shoes actually belong in the same room as the rest of your outfit and aren't silently waiting for a boardroom that never shows up. Chapter 7. The Suede Oversight. There's a reason most guys stick to polished leather. It's safe. It feels dressed up. It looks sharp in the box. But when you're pairing shoes with denim, that glossy finish can sometimes work against you. Here's the mistake: ignoring suede. Suede gets overlooked because it feels less dressy than shiny leather. But that's exactly what makes it work. It has a softness to it, visually and literally, that blends perfectly with the texture of denim. Where polished leather can feel rigid or too refined, suede gives off a kind of lived-in elegance. Casual but not careless. And if you're over 40, suede can do something really valuable for your style. It relaxes the look without sacrificing sophistication. It says you know how to dress down without dressing lazy. There's a difference, and most guys miss it. Try a pair of desert boots in taupe or chocolate brown. Clark's desert boots are a classic for a reason. Or go with a low-profile suede Oxford in navy or gray for something a bit more refined. The texture also helps in fall and winter. When you're layering heavier fabrics up top, suede grounds the outfit in the same visual weight. It's like the style version of harmony. Everything feels like it's part of the same composition, and here's the best part. Suede doesn't try too hard. It doesn't shout for attention. It just fits. With jeans, with age, with intention. Because looking like a gentleman isn't about standing out. It's about knowing what belongs and wearing it with quiet confidence. Chapter 8. The Sloppy Shirt Selection. Let's say you've nailed the jeans. The shoes are perfect. The fit is clean. You're almost there. But then you throw on a wrinkled t-shirt or a faded golf polo from 5 years ago, and suddenly the whole outfit falls apart. This is one of the most common style missteps I see, pairing a sharp shoe and jean combo with a top that doesn't match the tone. It's like putting premium fuel in a beat-up lawnmower. The bottom half says, "I've got it together." The The top half says, I just grabbed what was clean. At this stage in life, you need consistency, and that starts with a proper shirt. The move? A crisp button-down. Not stiff, not overly formal, just clean, fitted, and intentional. Oxford cloth, poplin, even a soft chambray. These shirts carry weight, they elevate the jeans, and they bridge the gap between the dress shoes and the rest of your look. Brands like Brooks Brothers offer non-iron options that hold shape all day. J. Crew's Flex Casual shirt is another great pick. Soft enough for everyday wear, sharp enough to anchor your outfit. And as always, I've linked a few of my go-to pieces in the description. Ones I actually wear and trust. Because this part matters. Think of your shirt like the handshake of the outfit. It's the first thing people see. If it's lazy or mismatched, it throws the whole look off balance. But get it right, and suddenly, those dress shoes and jeans feel like they belong together. Clean, cohesive, and completely intentional. Chapter 9. The missing layer problem. You've got your shoes dialed in, the jeans are clean, tailored, and paired with a crisp button-down, but something still feels unfinished. Like the outfit's missing that final piece to bring it all together. That's the missing layer. Most guys stop at 2 pieces, shirt and jeans. But for men over 40, a third layer isn't just optional. It's transformative. It gives structure to your upper body. It adds maturity. And most importantly, it creates visual depth, something that becomes more important as your style evolves. The best option here? A lightweight blazer or unstructured sport coat. I'm not talking about the stiff wool jackets you wore to weddings. I mean casual blazers made from cotton, linen blends, or performance fabrics. Pieces that move with you, breathe with you, and elevate the entire outfit without making you look like you're headed to a board meeting. Banana Republic's Rapid Movement Blazer is a strong everyday choice. Suit Supply makes fantastic casual jackets that drape well and don't feel fussy. The kind you can wear with sneakers or dress shoes and still look completely put together. This third layer sharpens your profile, it frames your torso, and it instantly signals intention, even if the rest of the outfit is simple. It's not about being formal, it's about finishing the look. And once you start wearing blazers like this, not just for events, but as part of your everyday rotation, you'll start to wonder how you ever went without them. Because when the outfit's missing that last 10%, this is how you get it back. Chapter 10. The belt and shoe. Mismatch. You've done everything right. Clean jeans, proper tailoring, the right shoes, the right shirt, even a sharp jacket. But then, you throw on a belt that looks like it came from a bargain bin in 2003, or worse, no belt at all. Here's the thing, when you're wearing dress shoes with jeans, the belt becomes more than just functional. It's a bridge, a visual link between the shoes and the rest of the outfit. If it clashes, wrong color, wrong finish, wrong level of polish, it throws everything off. Suddenly, the look feels disjointed, almost like you got dressed in 2 halves. Now, this doesn't mean your belt and shoes need to match perfectly. That's a style myth. What they do need is harmony, similar tone, similar texture, and similar quality. A rich brown belt with brass or matte hardware pairs beautifully with walnut or chocolate leather shoes. Suede shoes? Go for a soft, brushed belt that mirrors that texture. Keep the stitching clean, the width appropriate. No oversized buckles, no novelty belts, nothing screaming for attention. Tanner Goods makes some of the best leather belts out there. And if you really want to take care of your investment pieces, grab a solid shoe care kit. Saphir is the gold standard. It'll keep your shoes conditioned, polished, and sharp for years. Because when you're over 40, style is in the details. And the belt you wear, or the scuffs you ignore, say just as much as the shoes themselves. So finish strong. The gentleman isn't just in the shoes, he's in the choices. At this stage in life, style isn't about trends, it's about clarity. Clarity in what fits, what flatters, and what actually feels like you. Pairing dress shoes with jeans might seem small, but it says a lot. It says you know how to navigate contrast, that you understand balance, that you can take 2 things from different worlds, formal and casual, and make them work in harmony. That's what real style is, not flash, not hype, just precision, discipline, taste. So the next time you reach for denim and leather, remember, it's not just about what you wear, it's how it all comes together. And if this video helped you fine-tune that mix, there's plenty more where that came from.